Charlie Potter. We'll go ahead and start with you.
Hey Christian, I know we haven't talked to you yet, so just last year when you learned that you were going to be placed in the starting lineup, what was your reaction to that news?
I mean, it's a blessing to be able to start for the University of Alabama. Each and every day, I went in with my teammates. We were all working, everybody working every single day, going upstairs to meet with coach to learn the plays, just doing what we can, doing what we are supposed to do. And, coach just felt like, he just gave me the opportunity that I deserved it. So, but, I mean, that was last season. We're on to a new season right now. We're still in fall camp. We have a scrimmage left. So, everybody's working each and every day trying to get to that spot.
Tony Sakalas.
How much of a help has Dylan Moses been to you, not just this offseason, but last offseason as well?
Well, Dylan, I've known Dylan since I was 6 years old. I've been growing up with him, running track, playing football. So, coming here to the University of Alabama with Dylan was a big help for me. He's really like a big brother to me. He's always helping me out, even though he got hurt. He was always on the sidelines, giving me tips, extra stuff just to help me out and make sure, I'm doing whatever I can to help the team. And, this year it's pretty big having him back out there. He's looking real well. He's a leader of our defense, so kind of gives everybody else a little bit of confidence as well.
Go to James Ogletree.
Hey, Christian, with last year being your first year playing linebacker, just what was the learning curve there, and was there a specific point during the season where things started to slow down for you, and just with learning the playbook and learning how to play the position?
Transitioning from, the fact that I played cornerback and wide receiver in high school, it was in the beginning, the first couple weeks it was a little tough, just working on, pad level, having to read the whole defense, having to communicate a little bit more. But, Coach Golden is one of the best coaches in the country. He coached me up every single day. Like I said, I had Josh McMillan, Dylan Moses there to help me out each and every day. So, I had no choice but to get better every day. Plus, with the offense that we have, I mean, you got Najee Harris, Trey Sanders, you got B-Rob. I mean, you have no choice but to come in and get better every day. So, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, but, I'm liking it a lot.
Brett Hudson.
Coach Golding talked a lot about the self-scout that the defense did over the offseason. What did you learn about yourself individually from that? What was something that came from studying yourselves in the offseason that you learned you need to improve?
I would say, learning the plays coming in, May 27th in the summer. Only really had 2 months to really prepare before the season. And, so trying to understand the playbook a lot more, understanding not just my job, but everybody else's job, make sure everybody's lined up and adjusted. Communication, I feel like communication was one of the biggest things that I needed to work on. Now I think I worked on that a lot. I feel a lot more comfortable with the playbook. I can really just go out there and play football and not, think and be moving slow. I can just play football like I've always been doing.
Michael Casagrande.
Just wonder, what was it like going out there that first game against Duke last season, finding out you were probably going to be starting a few days before that? What was that moment like, and how did you respond?
It was pretty amazing. Getting off the bus, traveling, all of that. It was a new experience for me. I think I handled it pretty well. I think as a team we handled the game pretty well. It's a little bit, the game was a lot faster than high school. Of course, it's my first college game, but, I feel like the coaches got me prepared well enough to, be able to do whatever I can to help the team be successful, especially in that game. So.
Okay, we'll go to Tyler Waldron.
Hey, you talked a minute ago about sort of what you learned when you self-scouted last year, and you mentioned, things you struggled with, communication, the playbook. I was wondering, was there a moment or a week or so last season when some of that started to click a little more for you, and maybe you felt like, hey, I'm starting to kind of get the playbook more than I've been, or something like that?
I would say each and every week, I felt like I was getting more and more comfortable with the playbook, with the speed of the game. Like I said, it was just a week-by-week thing. By the end of the season, of course, I felt most comfortable, because I had 12 games to prepare. So, I would just say it was more of a week-by-week thing. Each week I'm noticing I'm getting more comfortable, being able to play faster. So, yeah.
Go to Drew Carter.
Hey, Christian, we've heard Coach Saban talk a little bit about how the defense last year wasn't really up to the Alabama standard, at least since he's been there. How often do you guys talk about that, and I guess how much do you want to get it back to where Saban wants it to be?
The Alabama standard is something we talk about every single day. Workouts, meetings, practice. We got to approach everything, with that mentality that, we want to be the best. I mean, especially last season, being 11-2 at Alabama, that's not, something that we would look back at and, be happy about or be proud of. Of course, we want to go undefeated. We want to win national championships. And that's the Alabama standard. We're working each and every day, coming in every day, since we got back from that bowl game versus Michigan. We've been working, talking about it every single day. And I think it's really been a really big motivating factor for us, to keep us pushing and just want to get better.
Okay, we'll go to Ryan Hennessy.
Christian, going into your freshman year, when you moved from DB to linebacker, obviously you got a great coordinator and you got Dylan Moses that was helping you out. But what was Nick Saban like on the defense side as a freshman? Was that kind of like a wow moment for you? And was he coaching you a lot throughout the year?
Coach Saban's, of course, like the best coach in college football. In the beginning, I was a little bit, hesitant because, like I said, I played cornerback. Coming in at a linebacker is a completely different position, having to be in the box. I just had to put my trust in the coaches that they'll coach me up, Coach Saban, Coach Golden, each and every day, and, prepare me, get me to that point where I'll be able to put the team in the best position to be successful. So Coach Saban and Coach Golden did a really good job, with helping me. They were there for me every day. I was going upstairs with them after practice, before practice, meeting, trying to increase my knowledge of the game, increase my knowledge of the playbook, and I think I did that, and that really played a big factor in my improvement throughout the season.
Finish up with Myron Grodak. I got to get these guys to meetings.
Just what's been the mental challenge of this camp, given you've already been in camp for 3 weeks? You still have 3 more weeks until a game, and at this point, you normally have already played a game, but it's a different year, obviously.
For this camp, we're just really, like I said, locked in on getting back to that Alabama standard. No matter how long it's going to take, I think if anything, having more time helps us, really focus in on the things that we need to work on that we saw last week, not last season, that we lacked on. We're really just focusing on all of those things during camp. Everybody coming in, competing, trying to get better each and every day. So like I said, we can get back to the Alabama standard.
Okay, Christian, thank you very much.